Hello everyone. Today we covered 6 topics. 1. Complex word. 2. Stress neutral suffixes. 3. Stress attracting suffixes. 4. Prefixes. And 5. Compound words. 6. Variable stress. And 7. Word class pairs. Okay guys, why do we say photograph but photography? Same root word, but the stress moves. That's not a mistake. That's English stress doing its job. Today, we're going to learn how stress works in complex English word. It's simpler than you think. So, let's go. What is a complex word? Let's start from the beginning. A simple word has just one meaning unit, like cat, run, or blue. A complex word is built from more than one meaning unit. These meaning units are called morphemes. You make a complex word by taking a root word and adding a piece to it, either at the front or at the back. Here are 2 simple examples. Happy, add un in front and you get unhappy. Happy, add ness at the back and you get happiness. Those added pieces, like an and ness, are called affixes. And here's the key point. When you add an affix to a word, the stress of that word can change in a very predictable way. That's exactly what we're going to look at today. Okay, suffixes. A suffix is an affix added to the end of a word. Suffixes fall into 2 groups. Group 1 is stress neutral suffixes. These suffixes do not change the stress. The stress stays exactly where it was. Like for the example, happy to happiness, stress stays on happy. And manage to management, stress stays on man. For the simple rule, these suffixes are invisible to the stress system. Group 2 is stress attracting suffixes. These suffixes pull the stress toward them. The rule is stress falls on the syllable right before the suffix. Like for the example, information, suffix "tion" pulls stress to ma. Economic, suffix "ik" pulls stress to no. Quick tip for you, whenever you see a word ending in "tion" or "ik", just stress the syllable right before it. It works almost every time. Okay, prefixes. A prefix is an affix added to the beginning of a word. Here's the good news. Almost all prefixes in English are stress neutral. That means the prefix does not move the stress. The stress stays on the root word. For the example like happy to unhappy, stress stays on happy. Possible to impossible, stress still on past. This rule works for all common prefixes like un, re, this, pre, over. They all leave the root stress alone. So, if you already know where the stress is in a root word, you can automatically know where it goes in the prefixed form too. Okay, compound words. A compound word is made by joining 2 separate words into one new meaning. For the examples, sunlight, football, airport, toothpaste. The rule for compound words is very clear, like stress goes on the first word. Like for the example like sunlight, stress on sun. Football, stress on foot. Airport, stress on air. Now, here's the really interesting part. Stress can change the meaning. Like for the example, greenhouse, a glass building house for growing plants. Like it's compound word. Greenhouse, a house that is green. Just a description. The words are the same, but the stress tells you which meaning is meant. That's why this matters in real communication. Okay, variable stress. So far, we'll look at fixed rules, but sometimes stress can move depending on what you want to say. This is called variable stress. The type 1 is contrastive stress. This is when you put extra stress on a word to make a point. Look at this one sentence. I never said she stole the money. I never said she stole the money. Someone else said it. I never said she stole the money. Someone else did it. I never said she stole the money. Maybe she just borrowed it. Same sentence, totally different meanings, just from moving the stress. Okay, the type 2, rhythmic stress shifts. English avoids two strong stresses hitting right next to each other. When that's about to happen, the stress shifts back to the left. For the example like 13 on its own, but in a praise, 13 men. The stress moved to keep this rhythmic comfortable. Okay, word class pairs. This last one is really cool. Some English words are spelled the same, but stressed differently, depending on whether they are a noun or a verb. The rule is simple. Noun, stress on the first syllable. Verb, stress on the second syllable. Like for the example, like okay, here's the example. I will use permit in a sentence. Like, do you have a permit? It's a noun, it's a document. And when it's a verb, I can permit this. It means to allow. The spelling is identical. The stress is what tells you the meaning. English stress is not random. It follows real rules. And now, you know that. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.